Welcome to Hood Champion Boxing and Sports. In boxing, you find a way to win or you find a way to lose. First of all, make sure to subscribe to the channel. Secondly, I got a question for you. Are monkeys smarter than boxers? Because that's what I tend to think. They already say monkeys are smarter than humans, right? But forget that. Boxers are humans. But I tend to think that we should have a conversation about monkeys, especially with all the crap we see going on in boxing right now, being smarter than some of our favorite boxers. Look, there's something I came across, thought I would share with you, man. When it comes to being willing to explore more efficient and smarter options to solving a problem, monkeys exhibit more cognitive flexibility than people. Boxers are people. Now, that was a study done out there by the Georgia State University, the psychology researchers, right? And when we talk about solving problems, you're telling me monkeys are better problem solvers than boxers? And I tend to believe that when you look at the foolishness taking place in boxing. You got some of our best fighters out here not wanting to test themselves. You got some of our best fighters out here get an opportunity for the 4-for-1 deal. 4 belts, 1 fight. But won't take the purse split because they feel that they should get more. You got some of the best fighters out here not wanting to make an undisputed distinction for whatever reason. Creating more problems instead of solving problems like the simple-minded monkey. Instead, they go out here on this fishing expedition praying to God they can hook some kind of opponent in some kind of freak show that's going to give them 2, 3, 4 times more money than they would make in an undisputed distinction. As a result, losing nearly a year or more than a year of activity. And it's still no guarantee it's going to come together. And then when it doesn't come together, they get mad and start pointing fingers. So much so to where they'll allow an entire country to turn their back on them. Their own promoter to start to question what they're doing. And you already know the fans. We're not easy to satisfy. Then you got some of these boxers that we have. Hey, you want to talk about legacy. The problem for you is feeling that you're not getting the credit you deserve for the people you fought. But then you come out here and then we find out that you're creating all kind of catchweights, all kind of rehydration clauses. You're pulling guys up, and I'm not just talking about, a certain somebody and a certain somebody right now. I'm talking about things that happened in the past. Pulling these guys up from these lower weight divisions up to a certain weight to where you're comfortable, they're uncomfortable. That gives you all the advantage as the A side. And then you wonder why you have problems with fans. You wonder why people are giving you pressure. But if it was a monkey, he wouldn't do that. Because monkeys have more cognitive flexibility than humans. And they're better problem solvers. Monkey not going to sit there and go through that crap. You ever watch a monkey? Monkey will go out there and he'll play around a little bit with a larger animal, won't he? But he knows when to get the hell out of Dodge. A monkey knows when not to take it to the stupid, and he knows when to hold his horses. You even got promoters out here thinking that the boxing fans are gullible, naive. Out here, man, in the bed with the secret society. Making all these fights all around the world. Huge money. No one can understand how they're doing it. And then you start to find out. Certain fights that we watched and certain fight purses that fighters received what we couldn't understand. Then you start to find out that somebody may have been dabbling a little bit with some corruption. And that could be how all of a sudden, outside of Mayweather, Pacquiao and all that, the 30, 40, 50, 60, 70 million dollar fight purse was created. And then there's certain promoters who you would have never thought had a relationship with the secret society. And certain fighters who you would have never thought would have gotten involved with people associated with a secret society, and they do. And you wonder why you can't get a country behind you. You can't get all the fans behind you. You wonder why it's so split on people's opinion on you. Let me tell you something. Creating problems instead of solving problems like a monkey. Out here just stirring the pot, man. Let me tell you something. I was quick to talk about certain things. Quick to come to the defense of certain fighters. Because I'm a common sense man. But let me tell you something. There's some things, just like I have enough common sense to know when something doesn't pass the sniff test, I have a common sense to know when something doesn't pass the sniff test as a result of someone who I was defending. I know when to say, okay, hey, look, I need to probably scale back a bit and try to understand what exactly is going on here. Because let me tell you something. You know what I've realized? You watch a monkey, right? If you watch some of these tourists out there, and the tourist may have a bag of popcorn. Another tourist may have a bag of popcorn. It'd be like 5 people out there eating popcorn. And when that baboon or that whatever monkey, when he comes flying through there with his tail in the air and his red ass, he's not trying to grab every single bag of popcorn. No, he's reaching and trying to snatch that one bag. And if he just gets a handful, he's cool and he's out. Problem solved. I wanted something. I took it right now. Now I'm satisfied. If I want more, hey, at least I have enough in me to hold me over and figure out how I'm going to approach this a second time. That's the monkey. Not these boxers, man. The boxers want everything. The promoters, they want everything. You understand? The commission, they want everything. Nobody out here is being realistic in their expectations. You have a desire. You're trying to fulfill that desire. Be like the monkey. Don't go out here and be ridiculous. Don't be a guy who's all about excess. It's horrible. You look at what we got going on right now. We're getting some good fights this year. We are. But how long did it take to get to that point? And we're still not where we want to be. You look at every weight division. The heavyweights. That is a circus. All that talk about Fury and Usyk, that right there is not, more than likely not happening now. Now, there was 2 monkeys. That problem would have been solved. They would have fought a long time ago. But no. Location, purse, some stadium being built. This promoter has an issue with this promoter. Or this promoter has guys on his table. He's cool if his guy doesn't fight him because he has 1 or 2 more other guys that he can push over there. So it's a win-win for him. He doesn't care. He just wants his guys to get an opportunity. And we as a boxing fans are sitting here like, what the hell's going on? Then you got AJ and Wilder now. That looks like it's supposed to be happening, but it may not happen until January. Now you got Wilder out here trying to fight Ruiz. Here he goes back again. Wish it was a monkey. He would take that damn purse split, wouldn't he? Problem solved. But now you got where you may not even get that fight. And as a result, you may not get Wilder to fight until the end of this year. And that's still a roll of the dice because it looks like it's not happening until January. And who knows what happens with Anthony Joshua. So when I look at all this, man, even what's going on out there at ESPN and Disney and all that, and people getting laid off. What the hell is going on? I'm telling you, man. When it comes to figuring out different options to solve a problem, Steven Espinoza shouldn't be leading nothing. They need to have a monkey in charge. Everything will be resolved. The only one person out here who seems to be thinking on the level that can outdo humans and animals is Al Heyman. Somehow, Al Heyman, I don't care what you're saying, he is an extremely efficient person when it comes to identifying different options to solve a problem, with getting the fights for the people he wants. Because let's just be real. Not everybody over there in PBC is fighting. The fighters should be fighting 2-3 times a year. Not everybody's fighting. Got a couple of those big names. Guys could generate some big money. I mean, hey, you got to figure that piece out, but not everybody's fighting. Hold your horses, people. Don't be so excited about some of these fights we're getting. You're getting all excited because we're getting, okay, here, we're going to give you a little bit of this, a little bit of that. We're not getting all the fights we want. You got a lot of these guys, man, who are inactive. Very inactive. And that's across the board. But at the end of the day, boxing is a business. And if you can't put butts in seats, you don't generate ratings, they're going to have to figure something else out. They're going to push the guys that's going to help to grow their business, right? Because if not, then everything goes under, right? So you got to understand, man. Let me tell you something. Wrong results get brief and sometimes extended timeouts and no reward. You guys understand what I'm saying? The wrong results get brief or extended timeouts. And, a lot of times there's no reward associated with that. So if you want a reward, then you need to get the right results and avoid being put in brief or extended timeouts. That way you can be more active. Simple. So coming back to the whole discussion about the monkey, and can the monkey possibly be smarter than humans? That's already been proven when it comes to the cognitive ability and solving problems. But I'll also say this, man. I think monkeys and other animals have a greater willingness to identify different shortcuts and ways to achieve their objectives. Instead of these promoters and some of these boxers, they can't identify different objectives and figure things out how to achieve whatever, a shortcuts to identify how to achieve their objectives. Everything with them is a super long process and just, a waiting game. And it's not acceptable. We should have more activity. More guys should be fighting. More guys should be okay with not losing their O's. More promoters should be okay with the guys they're promoting not losing their O's. You understand? More fans should be more understanding of these boxers coming out here and giving us the fights we want and not give the fighter who lost such a hard time. That's why these guys are scared. Let me tell you what, man. Everybody running scared. Everybody running scared out here. Monkeys ain't running scared. Monkeys like, I don't care, man. Whether I get this popcorn, I don't get this popcorn, if I lose a hand, lose a foot, I end up in the mouth of some hyena or some lion or some damn crocodile, I'm willing to take those risks. Because the lion, hyena, and crocodile are the fans. Monkeys don't care. They're taking that risk to get that popcorn. Not these fighters. They ain't taking that risk to get that belt. They're not taking that risk to get that up-and-comer fighters get a win over that guy. They're not taking those risks. They don't want to end up in the mouth of no hyena, no lion, no crocodile. They're like, hell no. I'll sit here, although I'm starving, and I ain't making no money. I got my undefeated record. Playing it super safe. So that being said, that strategy was learned over the years, and people try to blame Mayweather. And I'm going to tell you this, and I'll say it again, and you guys will agree. Mayweather fought everybody. But subsequent to Mayweather and everything he did, what's been presented to these boxers has been an angle that isn't quite accurate. Thinking in order to get to the level Mayweather's at, you just have to be undefeated. Let me tell you something. Mayweather put the work in. He put the work in. And I guarantee you, if you got these fighters out here who will put the work in, then you're going to see their success kind of follow a pattern, kind of like Mayweather's. But you got to have a personality, got to have a persona, it's a little bit more. But if you're putting the work in and you got the persona, you're going to follow that sequence. And that is what it is, man. That being said, y'all keep cool. Shout out to the veterans, all 7 continents. There are good reasons on why the boxer, the promoter, the commission, the manager, why they do what they do. They're good reasons. But at the end of the day, the reasons why humans do what they do, boxers do what they do, those reasons aren't better or smarter than the reasons why monkeys do what they do. And I truly believe monkeys are smarter than boxers, and it shouldn't be like that, especially with the way as intelligent that we are. But it's that selfishness, wanting to be undefeated, and having people influence these boxers, man, to put them in a position where they can't go out there and make the money they need to feed their families. And that, to me, is complete madness. I tell you what, you may have a monkey who feels like, you see that banana tree? I should be able to eat all of those bananas. But he can't get up there to it. Some little small spider monkey, he want to get up there and get some of them goddamn bananas. It's a big old stalk of banana, about 50 bananas growing on there, bright and yellow and ripe. He's sitting there with his tongue hanging out. But you got some big ass silverback gorilla. He just walked over and broke the stalk off. And he there just yamming bananas. And he see the spider monkey over there, he take one and fling it to him. You know what that spider monkey's gonna do? He's gonna eat that banana and recognize that he's not the A side. And know that silverback gorilla's the A side. And he should get 80, 75, 80, 90% of the banana purse. He not gonna sit there and say, nah, I deserve more than that, and leave that one banana there. And he sure as hell ain't gonna go in there, man, and mess with that silverback. If you want that, then maybe you should go out there, man, find you another one of the banana trees and find you a silverback who broke that stalk off and fight that silverback. So that now, and whip his ass. And then when you come back around the next time and that other silverback who threw that one banana, I guarantee you he'd be cool to split it 50-50 because he don't know if he can beat you. And the words got around that, hey, you don't play, right? And your marketability and market value has gone, has increased exponentially. But nonetheless, the humans won't do that because monkeys are smarter than us humans and smarter than boxers. Hopefully they get it together, man, because I'm not going to sit here, man, and allow these people to pacify me with a Spence and Crawford, pacify me with a Ryan Garcia and Tank Davis. I'm not okay with that. I need to see all the good fights. All those guys in the top 10, top 5 champions, mandatories. I need to see those fights. You're not going to pacify me with a few good fights here and there and then think, oh, boxing's back. No, it's not. I don't think you never went anywhere, but it's not where it should be. We need to get these guys in here scrapping. Need to get the monkeys in charge. Anyway, y'all keep cool. Shout out to the veterans in the breeze.